Good evening, Leontics. Hope you're all doing well on this fine Thursday evening. Ignore the fact that the game says it's Tuesday. Hope you're all doing well. But yeah, welcome back to the Subathon. Last time, we unfortunately caused 2 timelines to be completely wiped out from existence. But it's okay. It only comes into pass once we get to, like, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And we're not even going to be playing those games. So it's fine. Just because, like, Giovanni gets control of Mewtwo, what's the big deal? Does this timeline still have pizza? That's the important question. Listen, I think Team Rocket, as evil as they are, can still appreciate a pretty good pizza. That's all I'm saying. Also, I had to double check really quick because I do not remember who Glup Shito was. Right, it was our Sandshrew. And you can't believe the White 2 timeline still got erased despite a reset? It's wild! Like, we actually had to reset in order to reclaim a Lucario. And he just, like, died instantly. I didn't think challenge mode was actually going to be that much of a pain.
You're probably thinking about Jessie. XD.
Shh. Boss Jessie isn't real, it's fine. Although Boss Jessie would be pretty sick. I think there was, like, supplementary material in, like, I think there was, like, supplementary material in the beginnings of the anime where they said that Jessie's mom used to be, like, the former, like, head of Team Rocket. And that's why that, Giovanni was so lenient to them because, like, the former leader was Jessie's mom. Which honestly would have added a lot more layers to Jessie, I would say. Mostly because of the fact that, like, we already knew about, like, James's upbringing as the son of a rich family and stuff like that. And we also learned about Meowth's backstory with the whole thing with him being part of a Persian Meowth gang. But we never did get a backstory for Jessie outside of that one episode in Pokemon Johto, which was I don't remember if that was still when Takeshi Shudo was still working on the series, where we get to find out that Jessie originally wanted to be a Pokemon nurse. But, she apparently did so bad at it, she ended up going to, like, Chansey nursing school instead. And that's where he met, like, did I just call her a she? A he? Anyway, that's where she met, like, a Chansey that became her, like, best friend. It was cute. But at the same time, it's not really a backstory. That's just, like, something she did later in her life. We don't know anything about her. But yeah, hey, if I didn't say so already, hey, Sagami, Lunde, Devil Hunter Wolf. Hope you're all doing well. But yeah, I'm just mostly going to be raising these guys up in the meanwhile. Oh my god, right, it's a freaking Geodude. Okay, I guess we'll just have, like, Cammy try to take him out really quick so we can get some experience while we're working on leveling up here. You know, growing up, I never knew anything about EV growth and stuff like that. And I forget if there's actually any EV growth-related stuff in Crystal. I think there's some EV growth stuff, but I think it's way different than how they handled it in later generations. So I might just be misremembering, like, how it exactly worked. Oh, hey!
Beep 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 beep. Togepi came out of its egg.
Alright, what Star Wars character am I gonna name this after? Okay. Well, it's a male. What's the name of Baby Yoda again? Grogu? Grogu? Okay. Grogu. We will call you Grogu. Perfect. And unfortunately, I don't think Grogu knows any moves at level 5, right? Nope, all it knows is Growl and Charm. Ugh. Guys, so I really want to level up Grogu. I don't know if Grogu is actually going to be any use to us. Like, I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, Grogu was a normal type. It wasn't even a fairy type during this time period, right? Too bad it can't evolve into a Togekiss. Yep. What's a hey, Dirt Dog? Pretty sure Baby Yoda is also Glupshido. It's also Glupshido. You know what? You're right, Sagami. Every character is actually Glupshido. Oh, Zlundea, do you not know about Glupshido? You don't know anything about Star Wars. Okay, so, you know how esoteric the naming schemes can be like for Star Wars? So people make fun of the fact that every single character apparently has a intricate backstory that people have come up with over the years. Like, in terms of expanded universe Star Wars stuff. So, they basically so it just basically became a meme in the Star Wars community, wherein like, oh man, like, you know that guy? That guy's Glupshido. And everyone's like, oh right, Glupshido. He's so, yeah, the great, like that great Star Wars character we know nothing about, but we totally know the name of. So it's just a parody on that. So yeah, I'm just like, you know what, hang on, let me take a look at what, let me take a look at what you do. Hang on. Let me think here. Togetic, what can you learn in Gen 2? Probably not much, right? Yeah, it doesn't learn anything! You know the only attacking move it learns is freaking Double Edge? Are you freaking kidding me? You know, I got really excited because I was like, oh man, I can't wait to use Togepi. Oh wait, it only uses Double Edge. And I'm looking at its TM list and it's like, Headbutt, Hyper Beam, Zap Cannon, Return, Swift, Fly, and I'm like, this is not a good moveset for a special attacker. I guess I learned Shadow Ball, but only through like TM. And I only get like 1 TM of Shadow Ball. Am I really gonna teach Shadow Ball to a freaking Togetic? I'm not raising up this Togetic. Normal Sap is also forcing you into physical too. Exactly! I don't think we're going to be able to run the Togetic, guys. Oh, that's mega sad. All right, I guess we're just going to have to rock Glupshido for a while. I guess we could theoretically make a decent Sand Slash if we're able to get it, like, you know, Earthquake. But I don't think you get Earthquake very early this generation, right? Don't you get it really late? Oh my god, the speed up beeping from low HP is going to drive me crazy. Are we going to turn Grogu into a protein shake? We'll just keep Grogu sitting in the back pocket, looking cute. Speaking of which, did you guys see the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer? It looks alright. I'll probably check it out. Not in theaters, but, you know, I'll probably check it out. I like The Mandalorian. I watched the first 2 seasons of it. You know, I will say this. If it wasn't for the fact that I have a superhero marathon, I might actually go back and do another Star Wars marathon. But instead of going through all the movies, we just go through the TV shows. Would anybody want to see that? Like, we would go in order of release, so we would go from, like, Tarkovsky's Clone Wars to The Clone Wars, and then we go to, like, I think it's Star Wars Rebels after that? Chat can correct me on that one. Like, as much as I like Star Wars, it's not like the biggest franchise for me. I'm actually more into Star Trek. And even as I say that, I haven't really watched a lot of modern Star Trek. So like, I haven't really watched a whole lot of Star Wars. I've actually watched like only like 3 episodes of The Clone Wars. I watched like the first 2 seasons of Rebels because that was like right after the Disney purchase of Star Wars. And like I said, I watched the first 2 seasons of Mandalorian. Aside from that though, I haven't watched any, well no, I guess I watched Star Wars Visions, but that doesn't really count. That's not quote unquote canon. But yeah, I don't know. If anybody would want to like check that out for movie night, I don't know, I guess I'll throw it up for the poll. Lindea, have you ever been to one of my movie nights before? It's a pretty chill time. You should come. But yeah, just like, I'll probably throw up as a poll in the Discord server one of these days. Like, by one of these days, I mean when it's closer to the end of the Star Wars superhero marathon. Because like, I have no idea what I'm going to do. Well, actually, no, I do have an idea. I was actually going to do the Godzilla marathon after the superhero marathon. But like, but after that, I have no idea what I'm going to do. Usually busy around that time. You should try to make it more. Like, hey, if you're busy, I totally get that. I'm just saying that I like it whenever people are able to drop by for my... I'll be real. Okay, don't get me wrong. I love streaming. I really, really do like streaming a lot. But like, there are just some days where it's like, man, like some people don't tune in, which is perfectly fine. I get it. People are busy. But like, whenever I can get a lot of people to tune in for like movie nights, that honestly brings me a lot of joy because like, I love showcasing movies to people. I love talking about movies with people. You know, as long as people aren't spoiling things for other people. But like, I feel like I love video games, but like, I don't feel like I get to really properly talk about video games as much as I get to talk to other people do during movie nights, which is fine because like, these streams are ultimately like me having fun with games, since like, I don't know how many people will actually enjoy watching these silly streams of mine, but you know, but I don't know. I just like being a colossal nerd and just like geek out over movies and TV shows, you know? Oh yeah, right, you're a rock type. You still got until like 2030 to finish the superhero marathon? I'll have you know, the superhero marathon is only gonna take 3 years. Let's ignore the fact that the Disney marathon took like, oh my God. Now that I think about it, I think the Disney marathon took 4 years by itself because we had to go through all of the Disney anime canon, the live action movies, and then for some reason, everybody at movies like, hey, when are you going to do the Disney Channel movies? And I was like, screw it, we're doing all the Disney Channel movies. Or at least the ones I was interested in watching. And I added on like a whole other year because of that. But hey, I'm not gonna complain about that because when we decided to do the Disney Channel movies, you know what we did? We ended up watching Kim Possible. And you know what? Zero regrets. Kim Possible is freaking awesome. I'm so glad that was the TV show I decided to pack in with the Disney Channel movies. It also worked out considering there were some Kim Possible movies slapped into a Disney Channel movie list. Imagine if a Kingdom Hearts movie came out. Oh, don't put that voodoo on me. I would... I think they said they were going to work on a Disney Plus series, which I am not looking forward to. So was Big Hero 6 part of the Disney Marathon or slide into the Superhero Marathon? Big Hero 6 was part of the Disney movie marathon, so Big Hero 6 is not going to be in the Superhero Marathon. That being said, though, for people who don't know, I skipped a few superhero movies because I originally wasn't feeling like watching them. However, more and more people kept on asking me about certain movies, and I kind of realized, you know what, even if I don't feel like watching it, a lot of people do want to watch it. So I'm not going to change my current schedule, but you know what I'm going to do for the Superhero Marathon? What I'm going to do is that, at the end of the Superhero Marathon, I'm going to have, I'm going to throw in a bonus marathon called the Superheroes Movies I Missed Marathon, wherein we just like throw in like the extra superhero movies I missed. That shouldn't take too long. It's only like probably 8 or 10 movies. That's like 2 months. It's whatever. So yeah, I could throw Big Hero 6 in there if I really, really wanted to. All I know is, like, I need to throw in Ghost Rider. At least the first one. I'm still on the fence on whether or not I want to watch the second Ghost Rider movie. The second Ghost Rider movie doesn't seem as fun to me, but that's just me. I also know people wanted to see Fan 4 Stick. I did not have Fan 4 Stick in the original marathon lineup. So we could always just watch Fan 4 Stick and laugh about it. That's also an option. Man, I'm so used to Heart Gold Soul Silver because I played Heart Gold Soul Silver like 5 different times, and like I always remember that they added a bonus little area before you actually went down into the well. Man, the original Team Rocket theme before you go into a battle is so iconic. Stop taking tails! Yeah, just try to defeat all of us. You remember wanting to see Big Hero 6 with a friend but you never saw on day, so it never happened? Also, this female Team Rocket grunt totally looks like Cassidy, doesn't she? I will say this, though. I also was a very big fan of, like, the Big Hero 6 animated series. It was actually really nice. It kind of reminded me of old school Kim Possible. It also made a lot of sense considering it was produced by Steve Lauder, who produces a lot of the best Disney animated series. Like, he was also the producer of Kim Possible, while also, like, more recently, he produced the Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur TV series, which... oh my god, canceled way before its time. It is a fantastic series. I hella recommend it. I want to show it to so many people just because of how good it is. Oh my god. Like, it is very socially aware. It is very heartfelt, teaches good lessons to young kids, especially young girls. Talks about a lot of really good topics. Hell yeah, I absolutely love that show. Amazing cast performances by everyone, and the animation is gorgeous. Music is fantastic. The only bad thing about it is that it got canceled after 2 seasons because freaking Disney. Don't support Disney! Support the freaking creators that work at Disney who have to live under their tyrannical rule! I think I lost track of the plot. Anyway, the point is, don't support Disney. You know, every time I see the Rocket Grunts in this game, I just keep on thinking we're just fighting Butch and Cassidy. I wonder if, like, you know, considering how popular the anime was, like, I would actually, like during the 90s, I would kind of say that they really nailed the multimedia franchise aspect of Pokemon. Because, like, the Pokemon anime kind of evolved into becoming its own, like, popular thing outside of the video games. Like, we make fun of it all the time for not being like the video games and stuff like that, but honestly, I know so many people who don't play video games but still watch the anime and they like it a lot. Of course, they ended up playing the video games anyway because, like, frankly, who hasn't played Pokemon video games? But like Pokemon has really evolved to the point where everyone can, like, go through, like, go and make, like, Pokemon a huge... Oh, right, Zubat. I want to catch a Zubat. I thought his name was Botch. Not Botch! Butch! Get it right! I feel like there's at least one Pokemon Abridged series that called him Bitch. Because the obvious joke is obvious. In the Pokeball you go, Zubat! Wow, okay, rude. Sucking life from Glupshido is really funny to read. During the day, it gathers with others and hangs from the ceilings from old buildings and caves. Okay, you know any girls that hang from the ceiling in Star Wars? Off the top of my head... Okay, who's also a bloodsucker who's, like, really poisonous? Oh, what's her name? From Clone Wars. Zira? No, it's not Zira. Zenith? Oh, I forgot her name. You know, the Sith lady. Oh, I'm blanking on her name so bad. Vera? Was it Vera? I think it was Vera. Let me double check. Ventress! Thank you! Just call her Sith Lady. No! I'm gonna call you Ventress. Thank goodness for the wider clothing options. Makes choosing gender in the games way easier. Yeah! Like, that is something I do appreciate a lot about newer Pokemon games. Instead of them being all like, oh, hey, are you a boy or a girl? They're just like, oh, hey, pick your style. I don't think we're going to be using Grogu. Sorry, Grogu. Into the box you go. At that point, they should just ask you your pronouns, and I mean that positively. Yeah, that's fine. But, like, I feel like you should just still, like, be able to, like, wear whatever you want and just, like, customize it however you want. I don't know, it's just, like, at that point, like, it's weird because it's, like, Animal Crossing lets you just, like, wear whatever you want. Even if you were, like, a guy, you can just, like, wear a dress. Maybe in ZA you can finally wear a beret without giving up the ponytail? That would make me absolutely delighted, because I have been waiting for so long to be able to just dress as myself. That being said though, one thing that does bother me, I appreciate the gender neutrality of the clothes, but I really hope they don't make it so that, oh, here's some general pants and shirts that you can wear, and no skirts. Because that will actually bug the hell out of me. Just because I want gender neutral clothing doesn't mean I don't want the ability to wear freaking skirts. Or a dress. Are you weird in that you always throw away hats in Pokemon in general? I mean, if hats aren't your deal, that's fine. I personally like wearing a hat because, like, I don't know, I feel like a bare head can look, like, obviously looks fine on our own, but I don't know, I think it just adds a nice little decoration. Ah, the good old days when Leech Life didn't do anything and was completely worthless. Okay, I need to raise up Ventress until she's actually capable of being able to do, like, a bite attack. I'm sure someone wants that. That being said, though, I will say, in terms of Pokemon, I always found it charming that every single character wore a hat. It was cute. I don't know. I just feel like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you shouldn't, you shouldn't not wear a hat, but, like, I don't know, just, like, wearing hats is just, like, synonymous to me because of, like, Ash, where Ash has, like, his baseball cap that he wore all the time, and he made it such a big deal because he, like, like, they had a freaking stock animation of him pulling his cap backwards and throwing a Pokeball, and they always played that like a freaking, it always played like a freaking Sailor Moon transformation scene too. And I just thought, man, that's cute. Drink and Stretch, thanks for a reminder. You still legit shocked of how much of a buff Leech Life got? I think it was either Sun and Moon or X and Y. Definitely one of the two. But yeah, it's just like, I'm guessing DBZ's Android 13 is one of your favorite androids then? Listen, I love that trucker hat. It gave him personality. Rather than stereotype and robot. It was Sun and Moon, the Leech Life buffs a part of what made Galiciopod such a threat. Yep. But yeah, I'm just saying that we better damn well get some freaking dresses. If we don't get any dresses in Legends CA, that's actually gonna bug the hell out of me. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that women need to wear dresses. I'm saying anybody should have the option to wear a dress. Does anybody remember what level Bugsy's Scyther is? I think it was like level 16. Incineroar also got Leech Life, but that was far from its best move. Yeah, its best move was freaking Parting Shot. Do I have any Pokemon that can learn Headbutt? I guess my Geodude can learn it. I'm not gonna be able to use it for a while, mostly because, like, I was thinking of using it for Heracross, but eh. You hope there are good hairstyles for the dudes this time around? I know Gaddy really hopes that there is. They almost never have any good long hairstyle options for the boys. When does Zubat learn Bite again? I don't remember it taking that long to learn, right? Guess I can double check that while we're waiting. By the way, friendly reminder everyone, tomorrow is when you can pick up a shiny Miraidon and Koraidon for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet in the opposite version. As long as you grab the codes from GameStop if you live in America. EB Games? EB Games in Canada. I don't remember what it is in other countries. Look it up yourselves. You know what's really funny? I like how in later generations, because of how much of a buff Leech Life got, they replace it with Absorb for Zubat, which is really funny. Okay, so it learns Bite at level 12. Its moveset is so trash in Gen 2. Oh my god. Shiny Koraidon looks so cool. Both of them look... I do agree that Shiny Koraidon looks pretty sick. I think Miraidon got the silver treatment that every other, like, future Paradox Pokemon got. Like, basically just the silver chrome look. Why is everything chrome? Everything in the future is chrome, Squidward! You know what's funny? I rewatch old SpongeBob, and if I recall correctly, Squidward never actually said his name was Squidward. For some reason, Spongetron knew that his name was Squidward. I know it's a stupid cartoon show, but I'm gonna pay attention to weird continuity like that. So this is what I get for working overtime. I kind of wish they more than all chrome for them. Like, you like on Iron Valiant and Iron Thorns, and not much else. Yeah, I get that. Like, you know what I interpret it as? I interpret it as, like, basically it's them, like, pre-painting, or, like, before they got, like, the colored plating onto them, or like so they're basically like prototype versions of like of the Pokemon. Alternatively, you can always see it as, oh, hey, this is a Pokemon who, after thousands of years, had its paint fade away. Which is a fun idea. So at least I appreciate it from a lore standpoint. I am glad that they actually put in a lot more thought into, like, shiny designs, whereas, like, before, I'm pretty sure they just used it off of a color palette where it's like, oh, hey, you're purple? Okay, the opposite color of purple on the color wheel is green, and that's why Espeon is green. Like, I think the first time they ever thought about what color a Pokemon should look like is Charizard, where it's like, okay, we're gonna deliberately make Charizard shiny to be black. You sometimes forget when you see shiny Iron Hands. Yeah, I'll be real, shiny Iron Hands is probably the weakest of the Future Paradox shinies, mostly because the raid looks super similar to the regular one. But hey, that's nothing new. We've already established before there are a lot of Pokemon with similar looking shinies. Ain't that right, Garchomp? I really don't like the Gengar one either. The Gengar one looks so similar, I can never tell that it's shiny. I think the only time I know it's shiny is whenever it's like a Mega Gengar because it turns white. Or, I think Gigantamax Gengar also turns white. Chat could correct me on that one. What are some of your favorite shinies? Umbreon's super sick. I really love how the only thing that changes are that its rings are now blue. And that looks so freaking cool. Mega Gardevoir shiny is sick as hell. It gets a black dress. That looks cool as hell. Trying to think what else. I mean, I'm biased for shiny Ditto because I freaking hunted a shiny Ditto. You know how it be. Shiny Rayquaza being black is cool. I'll admit, like, my inner edgy teenage self still really loves black Charizard and black Rayquaza. That's cool as hell. I'm really fond of shiny Noctowl, but not because I like it visually. I just first saw it in the Pokemon anime, and I legitimately forgot that a shiny Noctowl is not normal. I keep on thinking that's the normal colors of Noctowl entirely because Ash had a shiny Noctowl. And I didn't even pick up on the fact that it was a shiny. I just like, oh, hey, Ash's Noctowl, it looks different. That's cool. I guess they decided to give him a shiny, like a pretty looking Noctowl because they want to be fancy with him. I wonder why there's always glitters that pop up whenever Noctowl came out of his Pokeball. I somehow was simultaneously, like, observant while also being completely, like, ignorant of being able to actually process why. It took you years to realize Ash's Noctowl was shiny? Yo, same. So, like, I'm just, like, biased towards, like, shiny Noctowl because of that. Shiny Gardevoir is slick. I'm big on shiny Doublade, too. Dual Blade shiny is pretty good. I do agree. Man, I'm trying to think of any other shinies that are really good. I'm literally going through all the Pokemon in my head right now. feel like the later ones are a lot better because like the early ones are just like color palette swaps, which is boring. Yeah, I can't really think of any off the top of my head. I would have to consult a list. I mean, you know, I would offer to do a shiny Pokemon tier list, but I'm pretty sure that can take up an entire stream by itself, and I really want people to start giving me some money for a subathon, you know? And I know people don't really give subs during a tier list. No offense to you guys, I'm just saying that I notice whenever I do a tier list, people immediately stop giving money. Then again, I haven't really made anything since the start of this stream, so maybe I'm just being selfish. The Lycan Rocks definitely have awesome shiny forms. I don't remember what the shiny forms for those guys look like. Yo, Trey. How you doing, dude? We're just talking about our favorite shiny Pokemon. You have any favorites? Or if you're just going to lurk, feel free to lurk. Midnight was blue. Okay, like, blue coloring on any Pokemon just looks great. You know, I really wish Dragonite had a good shiny. Because I think Dragonite can have, like, a really adorable shiny. But for some reason, it's just green. And I hate green Dragonite. Oh, you know what's really cute, though? Freaking Dragonair! Dragonair went from blue to pink, and that is adorable as hell to me. But then it just, like... But then it becomes like a green Dragonite. Ugh. And I'm someone who likes Dragonite, to be clear. I guess Charizard because you're boring? Hey, I said I like Black Charizard. Another one you enjoy is Shiny Trevenant? What color is Shiny Trevenant? You really like Staryu Shiny, but it ditches his scheme and Starmie? That's depressing. Do I like the British Broadcasting Company? No. They are very homophobic and also racist from what I hear. I know what you meant. A Slowpoke with its tail cut off. Huh? That's mail. Wait, what? Toronto read the mail. Be good and look after the house with Grandpa and Slowpoke. Love, Dad. Aw, I never read this letter before. That's actually really sad. Oh, babies. This poor Slowpoke. They stole the Slowpoke. It's not wild. It's so sad. But hey, at least it'll grow back. Do you think the Slowpoke actually noticed that it, like, lost its tail? If I recall correctly, Shiny Trico was really nice. It was like gold, right? Gold Bulbasaur is also pretty nice, too. The Slowpoke will be in agony in 3 months, but its tail would have grown back by then. That's the funny part. Hey, Kurt, I saved the Slowpoke. You love your shiny Crobat from your Legends Arceus team? Hell yeah. Isn't it like green? I think it's green. Oh yeah, right! Back during the old days where you can't get multiple Pokeballs off of him. He can only make one! God, Kurt freaking sucked back then. Oh crap, Crobat turns pink! Okay, a pink Crobat is pretty goddamn cute. I really like the shiny Zora. Shiny Zora is pretty good. Remember when I found that shiny Hisuian Zora when I was playing through Legends EA? I remember Alive getting really mad about that one. Mostly because she really likes Zora. Oh yeah, shiny Eevee's cute. Shiny Eevee's also cute. I suddenly thought of Eevee because of Alive. Oh yeah, didn't I get a shiny Quilava? Yeah, I got a shiny Quilava in Legends ZA, not Legends ZA, Legends Arceus too. Are you freaking kidding? Okay, chat, place your bets. How far am I away from a level up for Ventress? Take a wild freaking guess. Three. The answer was 3. Congratulations, Nameless. You win nothing. Except bragging rights. But you know what? Those are the best kinds of rights. I forgot that they retconned that Slowpoke actually does regrow its tail in Gen 7. You know what's really disappointing to me? I'm really disappointed that shiny Butterfree actually is not pink. That would have been such a cool reference to the Pokemon anime, but no! They were lame and was just like, oh, hey, it's not pink. I forgot what it actually is. All I know is it's not pink. Chat, remind me, what was the name of fighting types in Japan? Because, like, I was always raised with the understanding that fighting type meant, oh, heroic or, like, good versus Dark's evil type. But, like, I later learned that might have just also been, like, misinformation people were spreading around. I think fighting type might actually be training type or something like that in Japan or something. I've always, like, I want to know what the real answer is rather than, like, spread misinformation about that. Because I was always raised that, like, oh, fighting is the literal opposite type of dark, because it's supposed to be heroic fighters defeating evil. Fighting type is just fighting type. So people fucking lied to me. Got it. I'm glad to know that misinformation continues to be spread even today. And even back then. Hopefully Glup Shido can learn something that is a ground type move sooner than later. That'd be nice. Again, this generation's movesets are pretty trash. I'll be right back. Going to clear out my nose really quick. I return. Anyway, I guess the reason I'm bringing up types right now is because, like, I was kind of thinking about this old video series I used to watch by creator. This was made, like, way back in the day, like, before Black and White even came out, and how, like, this guy was a very obvious Gen 1 person, but did a lot of cool, like, video editing and artwork and stuff like that, so I just, like, kind of bought into the hype of him talking about how Pokemon was complete garbage after Gen 2. Like, that's perfectly fine. Everyone can have their own opinions and stuff like that. I just found the video series that they made really interesting because they talked about a lot of interesting details and stuff like that, but there was like one time where...
Thank you!
Gotti, thank you for the 10 gift subs. Okay, I guess we were gonna go beat up Bugsy. I guess we're just gonna go and beat up with Roxanne. Sure. All right, let me quickly save this before I forgo. And, of course, you gave a gift sub to Prince Dusk during that Dirt Dog, so that means we got Nuzlocke rules on! Yay, I'm gonna have Nuzlocke rules when I go fight Roxanne. Hope you guys are looking forward to that. Alright, Gaddy with the 10 gift subs to Franziska Von Karma, Dave Cube, DK 75 meters, Dark the Dark Charmer, Flybones, Hex Nexus Dan, Will of Joker 2011, Godzilla the Pro Hero, Chaos Jester AC, and Danger Rabble. Let's raise the stakes on this date. Oh god, this is gonna freaking suck because I don't think I trained any of my Pokemon in Gen 3! Oh boy, this is gonna freaking suck, guys. Hope you're like looking forward to this, because I definitely am not. The only types that seem to have been changed are Fire, Psychic, and Dark. They were Flame, Esper, and Evil, respectively. Oh, so Flying was originally planned to change to be Bird type, as shown by Missing Note, but clearly kept it Flying. Yep. Hello, I'm Roxanne, blah 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 blah. You kinda left me for a few streams there. Okay, listen, let's do this. Hey guys! I didn't remember what my Gen 3 team was! Oh no! Why did I just walk in here? Oh right, because I have a water type. Alright, Mine, you got this. Ooh, we learned Wing Attack. That's not useful here. Right, you run 2 Geodudes. Yeah, whatever, that's fine. Okay, here's the real problem. Nose pass. I'll give it a shot. Okay, chat. Be real with me. For people who grew up playing Gen 3, when you look at nose pass, what is that thing in front underneath its nose? What do you think that is? Or what did you think that was? A foot? No, that's a mouth. I thought that was a mouth growing up. He's just like blowing a whistle at you, like he's like catcalling girls while he's like walking, hopping around Eastern Island style, being like, "Whoo, who's that pretty old lady over there?" Oh God, I can't whistle right now. Come on, I can whistle. There we go. He gave me shit for thinking Metapod a giant ass. Does that not look like a whistling mouth? It looks like a whistling mouth. Oh my God, that rock tomb missed. I am so glad that missed. Do not. Oh my.
I'm sorry,
no!
but Rocco had to go to the potty. What?
Wanna be part of the hype train?
Oh, Lundea, thank you so much for 100 bits. Is there any Pokemon or names you want to throw out there? I still have the list here for the Pokemon that you want me to grab. I will pick up an Aaron as soon as we're able to pick one up. Well, that's one Mine down. Well, this is why we have Absorb, right? All right, potions. Right, fantastic.
Thank you.
Sagami, thanks for the 5 gift subs. What does 5 gift subs do again?
Thank you.
5 gift subs, release a Pokemon. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Okay, we're only rocking 2 Pokemon. Cool, sure, no problem. Sagami, thanks for the gift subs too. Harlan Massacre.
Thank you.
Armageddon Coda. Armad Coda. Begrudgingly Waluigi. Thunderstorm Kirby. And Kojin.
Thank you.
Roxanne just used block so we can not run away even if we wanted to. That's fine.
Thank you.
We'll just slowly absorb our way forward. How many potions does Roxanne have? She just used 3 potions. Also, stop hardening. Hardening's not gonna do anything for you, dude. He catcalled Mine so hard that she exploded. Oh, that rock tomb hit so freaking hard. That rock tomb hit so hard. Riddles! Guys, we might have caused another end to another timeline. We're not gonna do enough damage! Guys, I'm gonna have to use Sand Attack. We're gonna have to pray that Sand Attack will keep us alive. We have to keep reducing the accuracy and keep hoping not a single one of its hits can hit us. If we can keep its accuracy down, this is a battle of RNG at this point, guys. Oh my god. This is a battle on... I just want to point out that was a 6 reduction. That was a max reduction on accuracy. No, Gaddy, I don't think you understand. We fully reduced its accuracy by 6 stages. That's as max as you can reduce it. The one turn I didn't. Do I even yawn? I think we have to yawn. Chat, I just want to point something out here. He hit a tackle. Tackle is a 95% chance to hit. That was a 95% chance to hit. And that was also after all of the stat reductions for accuracy. What? Stop looping around! Gene! Oh, I need this. I need this nose pass to not hit it. Oh my god, every other turn. Every other turn! This is the most... Oh my god, you actually hit that tackle. Are you kidding me? At least she's out of potions. We can at least say we're out of potions. This is a cursed timeline. Y'all enjoy that freaking hype emotes, you jerks. Okay, so I need to go capture a new Pokemon really quick. Roxanne, thank you for killing my entire team. Appreciate you. Much appreciated. Thank you. I'm in pain. 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 Okay, so we got Rock Tomb now. Yay. Oh yeah, right, it was Team Aqua who stole the goods. On the flip side, we hit the first milestone of the subathon. Oh shit, you're right. We did actually hit the milestone. Everyone, thanks for so much for the gift subs. And all your support. Really appreciate you guys helping me hit ukulele. I guess I probably should go to update that really quick, shouldn't I? Give me a moment. Thank you all so much for the support. Really appreciate it. "101! Dun, 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 dun. 101! And there we go. So, next milestone, a hat in time. We're already halfway there. Well, that was 50 bucks well spent. I hope you enjoyed me horrifically dying to Roxanne. Farewell, Mine. Oh, wait, hang on. We may be releasing you, but we're getting that Quick Claw back. I am not releasing you while holding a Quick Claw. Goodbye, Riddles. And goodbye, Taiga. Well, I will have to release a Pokemon, but I'll release Jean after I catch another Pokemon. Ryuji would miss her if he were here. Is there any Pokemon I can catch around here? I don't think there is. You can catch a Whismur instead? Sure. Well, at least Nuzlocke rules are over. Alright, let's see if I can find something around here to catch. First tile. You know what? There we go. We found your Whismur. Okay, so I never realized that's actually supposed to be its hands. I thought those were supposed to be cheeks. Don't ask me why. Jean is loafing around. Okay, now I need to think of a naming scheme I want to do. So we did One Piece. We did Dragon Ball. We've done Sonic to horrific effect. We've done Star Wars. What other series with a wide cast of characters can we go for? Its cries equal a jet plane in volume and inhales through its ear. What? It inhales through its ear. Ew. Because of this system, it can cry continually without having to catch its breath. What about Boruto's dad? You know what's funny? I did actually read Naruto, but I don't remember enough of Naruto to name enough characters, so I'm gonna say no on that one. We can help minimize the amount of characters to worry about. I am very relieved to hear that, Tsugami. Fine, if you guys want to name Naruto characters, but what do we name Whismur? It's a male. If it was a girl, I would name it Hinata. I'm not a Hinata fan. Hinata, thank you, Tsugami. Naruto, because he's a loud one? I mean, you're not wrong. Well, we're starting this journey with Naruto. Ugh. Alright, let's go release Jean. We're also gonna have to raise up Whismur. Clearly, May's just taking after her father and raising a mono-normal team. You know, May hears that, and you know what she says? I refuse to be like my father. Goodbye, Jean. Well, time for a new Pokemon journey, where I go on an adventure with my buddy Naruto. Alright, time to do a little bit grinding. I think Uproar is stronger than Pound. Ooh. Oh no! Isn't Timid like lowering attack, or is that... Wait, chat, remind me, is Timid lowering attack or lowering special attack? I think it's lowering attack. Oh no, if it's lowering attack, that's so bad. Ah, damn it! Ah, that's so bad for us. Ugh. Well, I guess all my normal attacks are now gonna do reduced damage because of that. Fantastic. This is rain not working out in my favor, guys. Yeah, another cursed timeline, well achieved. At least we're not completely dead yet. If we can find some more Pokemon, we could be okay, theoretically. At least Exploud's a mixed attacker. True. Oh, so I just got poisoned. Guys, it's a really good thing that I don't have Nuzlocke rules on right now. How much money did I lose from that? Could have been worse. It honestly could have been worse. Actually, because Nuzlocke rules are off, I think... Wait! Guys, I can cheat out a Pokemon. I just need to find a certain little baby around here. Hey, girly, how you doing? Honestly, you are not a bad catch for me. Ninjask is a very good Pokemon. And the fact that we have open slots, well, I think you know where this is going. Nincada! It makes its nest at the roots of a mighty tree. Using its whisker-like antenna, it probes its surroundings in the pitch-black darkness of soil. You know, I would name you Shino if it wasn't for the fact that you're a girl. Shedinja Nuzlocke, time to die instantly. Listen, it's like... Shino, thank you, Sagami. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that... like, as long as I know what my opponent is running, I think we should be fine. What girls do we know? Nincada does sound very smooth, but you have to force yourself to say Nincada. I mean, that's fair. I just always pronounce it as Nincada. Because, like, you know, cicada. Oh, wait. Wait, no, you're right. Nincada would make more sense. I'm a dummy. Regardless, though, I need a female Naruto character that fits Nincada. Okay, what female Naruto characters involve death? Most of them. I refuse to name you Tsunade because Tsunade is too good for this. She needs a proper Poke lady. You know nothing about Naruto, so you're not even gonna try? Listen, chat suggested Naruto, so we need a freaking Naruto character. Do female ninjas use a lot of substitution ninja tricks? I guess we could name you 1010. I'm aware this character exists. Also, who's Fu in Naruto? Like I said, I don't know that much about Naruto. He has a 7-tailed base insider, which is an insect. Okay, that's not bad. When does Ninkata evolve again? Ninkata evolves at level 20. Okay. Wait, what Pokemon are available in this route? Hang on. I don't want to catch a Tailo. I could catch a Skitty, which is a 2% chance encounter, by the way. But I don't think a Skitty is going to be helping us too much, so I'm not even going to bother. I'm just going to stick with this team. Especially since we already have Whismur. Oh, Gene, I miss you, buddy. Well, at least Whismur will be able to be a stab attacker for a while, so that's not too terrible. All right, while we're trying to grind here, trying to think of a new topic that we can chat about. You know, like, do you know why I never actually watched a lot of Naruto? Like, I don't know why, but for some reason, it just didn't really appeal to me all that much when I was growing up. Mostly because, like, I feel like, I just didn't like the art style. I think the art style just was kind of ugly to me. Like, I look at the manga, and it's like, it's very, like, simple line art, which is fine. Not line art, but it's like, it's very, very cleanly drawn, which is pretty nice overall, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know, just the characters overall looked very, like, how do I put it? They look very Japanese, like, classical artwork style, which isn't bad. It just doesn't really appeal to me personally. I think I like the Western art styles that I see in stuff like One Piece, for example, that really appealed to me more. Like, I remember a lot of people made fun of me for liking One Piece growing up because they said, oh, One Piece is so stupid and boring. Why would you, like, not even boring, stupid and immature and stuff like that. Why would you like that show? And I'm like, because it's very heartfelt and talks about a lot of important things. It's like, yeah, but you should, like, watch Naruto and Bleach. They're so badass and a ton of, like, characters die. And you know a series is good when you know that they can die at any time. And I'm like, man, that sure is teenage logic. And then we look at today where One Piece is like one of the biggest franchises in the world, and the fact that it also is like probably more well respected than those other series that were going at the time. Man, Naruto just keeps dying to poison. One Piece survived well past its initial localization problem, so who's laughing now? I mean, basically. Not to mention, I feel like a lot of people really like One Piece nowadays because of a lot of its, like, topics are something that resonates with a lot of social aspects in today's market. Whereas, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Naruto or Bleach and other series aren't that great. Okay, I don't really like Bleach, but that's only because, like, its writing kind of went off the rails later on. But yeah, like, a lot of, like, shonen manga are very introspective and very personal, and don't get me wrong, that can be very good. Like, I really like a lot of series that are able to talk about mental health and as well social relationships and stuff like that. It's just that, like, I really enjoy One Piece because a lot of its writing is very like society-oriented. In particular, like, it is very anti-authoritarian, and I never realized how much I care about anti-authoritarianism until way later in life. I was like, wow, One Piece aged really well. Luffy's a really nice, sincere guy. It's hard to dislike him. Yeah, but a lot of people will be like, oh, hey, he acts immature and he acts like a stupid dummy, so it's like a cartoon. And I'm just like thinking like Spider-Ham from like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, where it's like, what do you got against cartoons? So does Naruto, but then they're like, oh, but Naruto is sad and tragic because he is orphan boy. Like, have you noticed a lot of young adult writing usually feature a lot of orphan characters? Orphan main characters. Naruto's also a prankster by nature. Yeah, and then he has to, like, grow out of that. Because he was mostly a prankster because he was, like, lonely. Wasn't that the whole point? He wanted attention, so he just, like, did a bunch of pranks because he wanted people to notice him. I started reading again. Nami's backstory is like a dagger to the heart. Nami's backstory is depressing. And I'll be real, like, a lot of One Piece fans have said, like, to finish Arlong Park, if you finish Arlong Park and you decide that One Piece is not for you, then yeah, One Piece is definitely not for you. But, like, people usually say Arlong Park is where One Piece really starts, like, making you realize, oh, One Piece is a special series. Like, One Piece starts out as a good series, but once you get to Arlong Park and you finish that, you're like, oh, One Piece is unique. And that's how I always felt about One Piece. One Piece, like, One Piece knows how to evolve with the times. Like, I think it was actually mentioned in an interview with Ichiro Oda, the author of One Piece, about how it is, like, he has to adapt a lot of his storytelling for modern audiences because, like, the way he told his story can't be the same way he told it years ago. But at the same time, everything is still inherently One Piece, so you can still tell it's the same series. It's just different, which I appreciate. But it's slowly, like you can tell that One Piece is an evolving story, which I really appreciate. Some other manga that I know don't really adapt in order to accommodate for sensibilities, and that's fine. Like, if you have your own personal way of telling a story, do it. I'm just saying, I kind of respect Oda for being able to adapt with the times. Luffy has a lot in common with Goku, and you mean that in the best way? I do agree with that as well. I will admit, growing up, I loved Goku, but the older I got, the more I disliked him. Not, like... It's so tricky, because it's like... I feel like a lot of the worst aspects of Goku bug the hell out of me as someone who is very, like... How do I put it? I'm someone who very much cares about how people treat other people. And, like, Goku is, like, one of the most selfish characters I've seen in fiction. But that might just be because of Dragon Ball Super. It might be because I have Dragon Ball Super so fresh in my brain. And for people who don't know what Dragon Ball Super did to Goku, oh man, they did Goku so dirty. But it also kind of ruined my perception of Goku, because it's like, oh hey Goku, if you say something wrong here, you'll cause everybody in this entire universe to die. Okay, but what if I fight that guy? And I'm like, man, I cannot take you seriously for doing that. Super did kind of character assassinate Goku, and it's so frustrating, dude. Because, like, I don't think he was ever like that before Super. I legitimately thought he was actually a pretty nice guy before Super. But then it's like, nah, man, I am so fight-oriented. And don't get me wrong, I know Goku appreciates a good fight, but he also had his priorities. He was like, oh no! You killed my best friend, Krillin! I must hunt down the man who killed my best friend and avenge them, or at least beat the hell out of them. And like, that's good character stuff. You can tell that Goku cares about his friends. But then like I said, in Dragon Ball Super, it's like, oh man, I'd rather like have a good fight than worry about the fact that everybody's probably gonna die. And I will actually, like, say that there are moments like that in the original series that also bothered me. I will never forgive Goku giving that senzu bean to Cell, for example. I will always be mad about that. I know the series treats it as, oh, Goku, you were a dumbass for doing that. But nah. I feel there are levels of ignorance when it comes to that. To be fair, Goku has done it before, like sparing Vegeta or sparing Vegeta or sparing Frieza. Okay, to be fair on those nameless, like, Frieza literally got cut in half with one arm. I don't think Frieza was gonna do anything after that. And frankly, the fact that Frieza ungratefully then decided to attack Goku when he knew he was gonna die, I'm pretty sure that Goku's like, oh, you goddamn dumbass, and he immediately kills Frieza. That is entirely a Frieza problem. That's not a Goku problem. I was like, hey, Gaddy. You wanna complain about Super Goku like I am?
No, I'm just here to vibe.
Fair enough.
Super Goku makes me upset, but I don't think I'm gonna lose any sleep over it.
It bugs me about it because every time I try to think positively about Goku as a character, all I can think about is, man, why is he such a selfish asshole? I like the joke that him coming back to life twice kind of made him indifferent. See, this is why, like, when you get a series where death doesn't matter, it's such a tricky balance to be able to have the characters be able to care about whether or not they live or die. Also, sparing Vegeta, I have no answer on that one. I don't remember what his reasoning was. Z Goku does have fight-oriented, but 11 Super took it to 11, basically. I don't think you can ever defend Goku's fight craziness when he let Vegeta go. That wasn't really him being fight crazy. That's something else. That's That's just Goku being naive. That's fine.
I mean, the first time Vegeta got away, Goku was literally too tired.
Yeah, Goku was literally, like, dead, like, almost dead on the ground. Even superhero Goku's character bugs you. He complains about Vegeta meditating, even though meditating was always Goku's thing. I feel like a lot of, like, modern Goku writing forgets a lot of his characterization from the original series. He just wanted to give Gohan a good fight? No! Not that I disagree with you, I'm just saying no as in no! Bad! Shame! Shame! Goku, while necessarily in the right one to make sure Cell push Gohan past his limits, is a fight plan that makes sense, but he forgores his son's priorities. He forgot that his son isn't like him! Gohan was a freaking pacifist!
I mean, I guess at least Goku just forgot at that time. It wasn't willing or anything.
Let's ignore the fact that Goku spent an entire year training his son.
Yeah, and they weren't thinking about studies at the time.
Goku also refused to kill Boo multiple times because he wanted to give the kids a turn, then give Vegeta a turn. Okay, to be fair here, let's be real. Dragon Ball at the end of the day is all about just characters fighting each other. So I chalk that up to just like, you know, the problem of shonen battle manga narrative speaking. So I'll give them a pass on that one. Mind you, nowadays, a lot of battle manga have evolved past that. A lot of it is much more... How do I put it? A lot of, like, modern battle manga are a lot more focused on, like, personal character interaction while also dealing with their own personal traumas and stuff like that. Like, Don is probably one of the best examples of that right now.
That's what My Hero Academia is.
That too! So, like, I feel like the day and age of Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece style type of stories don't really have a place in modern day stuff anymore. One Piece is able to grow past it because because a lot of its storytelling is more focused on, like, societal, like... Sorry, I am blanking on the words for it, but basically, it's more about social critique more than anything. Especially critiques on governments. So, like, One Piece is able to, like, get by on that. I would also argue One Piece is less about fighting nowadays. But that's just me.
And you want to talk about we talked about death not mattering in Dragon Ball. You want to talk about sucking all the tension. How about the fact that the entire Tournament of Power didn't matter?
Yeah, because, like, basically, if they didn't wish for everybody back, the Zenos would have just been like, oh, wow, you don't deserve to live. You're going to get wiped out anyway.
Oh wait, no, I guess it kind of did matter in one aspect because Frieza is alive again.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. That's fair. And no one gives a shit about what happened with Jiren. Goku and Vegeta are really like two siblings arguing whose turn it is to play a video game. So true, though. Gohan was also rated the strongest person at the Cell Games. He just didn't have any confidence. I don't think it was that it was about confidence. I think it was more so like... Wait, guys, am I conflating Dragon Ball Abridged with the actual series? Because, like, I was about to say the pacifist nature of Gohan, but I was like, wait, is that actually real Gohan or is that Abridged Gohan? Because I was watching the, creator commentaries on the Abridged series, so I might just have that fresh on my mind. Gohan has never liked fighting. Okay, so, yeah, like I said, so he's a pacifist, so he just didn't really want to get involved anyway. I hate how the majority of the stream so far has just been training because all my Pokemon died.
Hey, it's a Dragon Ball stream after all.
Hey, you know what's also a nice thing about One Piece? There is 0 training arcs. Although some people kind of like training arcs. I'll admit, I kind of like a good training arc. I'm pretty sure One Piece does all its training arcs off screen.
Ooh, Abra.
I'll leave it to you, Gaddy. Do I try or nah?
Fuck it, we ball.
All right, we ball.
We literally ball.
Worked?
Huzzah.
Give me a Naruto character who teleports.
That's all of them.
You're not wrong. A Pokemon that sleeps 18 hours a day. Yo, it's me! Observation reveals that it uses teleport to change its location once every hour. Chat, give me a Naruto character for this. Male. Remember in Garlic Jr. Saga filler where Gohan's just like, delete to some dudes? Dude, the Garlic Jr. Saga is so memorable to me because I always mix up the anime, like the main series anime for Garlic Jr. and the actual movie about Garlic Jr. Sarutobi. I mean, we can do that. Is there any other characters we could use, though? Nah, that's fine. Garlic Jr. and all the Spice Boys. I forgot they were actually called that. And now the awkward training saga of trying to get Abra to actually evolve and learn a move. Also, while I don't know if this matters to anyone, we have the official price point of the RG. That I don't care about any Xbox consoles.
I don't give my money to Microsoft.
That too. Well, it can be helped from Windows, but aside from that, yeah.
I don't suspect they'll be in the console market much longer, I'm gonna be real. They keep treating their gaming division like shit.
Let's also ignore the fact that they have 0 exclusives.
$600 for base, a full grand for the ROG LIX.
Technically didn't kill Garlic Jr., just fate worse than death him. Yeah, he just like threw him into the whatever dimension. I always forgot what that dimension's called.
Who pays $1,000 for a video game console?
Man, I remember back in the day when people freaked out about how oh, what am I trying to say here? Remember when the PS3 was $300 and everyone freaked out at that?
Oh wait, no, it was called Dead Zone, wasn't it? Because Garlic Jr.'s movie was literally called Dragon Ball Dead Zone.
Yeah, it was Dead Zone. That's what it was. Oh, so it was $600. Okay, never mind. Yeah, $600 for a PS3 was kind of ridiculous back in the day. When you're running, the speed up function makes you go too fast. And that had no games until years later. I mean, there were some games that were good on PS3. Like, I think the first game that really caught my eye was Ratchet & Clank Tools of Destruction. Yeah, MGS4 was also early. That was also a huge console seller. See, when I think about bare bones launches, I always think of the 3DS launch. There was nothing on launch for PS3, 3DS rather.
Yeah, Steel Diver and
Pilot Wings
Resort.
Yeah, exactly.
Woo.
That is legitimately the worst launch I have ever seen out of Nintendo. Because, like, NES got, like, Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt, and, like, SNES had, like, what's it, Super Mario World? I think it was Super Mario World, right? And then the Game Boy had Super Mario Lands, and they had plenty of, like, Mario titles there. 64 launch was probably one of the greatest video games historically anyway, like Mario 64. GameCube launched with like Luigi's Mansion. Like, I would argue that's a pretty decent title. I know it's a short title, but I think it's a decent enough title to launch with. We launched with Wii Sports, and I know it's not like the craziest thing to launch with, but it did launch with Twilight Princess, and a lot of people really were excited about Twilight Princess. I think DS launched with Mario 64 as well. I think it did anyway. And the Wii U launched with a new Super Mario Brothers game, which honestly, in retrospect, was a really smart idea. Because like 2D Mario sells better than 3D Mario. Let's just ignore the fact that the Wii U didn't do well long term. And I don't need to go into Switch and Switch 2. I'll give the 3DS this. It wasn't a Virtual Boy. Yeah, You know what's sad? They're repeating the same goddamn mistake with the Virtual Boy again. Oh, hey, who wants to spend $100 on a peripheral?
Who wants to spend $25 on cardboard?
To be fair, how much did they charge for the toy cons? I think that's what they were called. Literal plastic to put a real console into. Hey, you know what's even worse, Sagami? Apparently, we won't be able to play Virtual Boy games without the actual peripheral. And I'm like, why? I hope that they will change their minds on that, because that makes zero goddamn sense if they actually made it like that. iShane, yay, iShane and a Shane on my wallet. It's such an excellent combination. I think the first major release for the 3DS was probably like, what, 3D Land? That was probably the most notable release that they had during its launch window, and it took months to get that. Gaddy, I can't decide. Do I go for it or not?
Fuck it, we ball.
I don't see any use for it, though. That's the thing. I can't really think.
I'm sorry I'm late, but Rocco had to go to the potty.
What? Call Skitty Sith Lady.
You know what? Fine. We'll call Skitty Sith Lady.
A Skitty's adorably cute behavior makes it highly popular. In battle, it makes its tail puff out. It threatens foes with a sharp growl.
Meow. Well, that ruined the Naruto naming scheme, but it's fine.
See, I can get a screen share.
No.
Okay.
And by that, I mean yes. You know what's sad? They're probably going to make a Wii Virtual Console in the future, and we're also going to have to buy new Wii controllers. Which wouldn't be a bad thing. I just feel like those controllers are going to be really expensive nowadays, though. Do you think they'll at least be smart enough to program them with Wii Motion Plus? Or are they just going to be like, oh, hey, we want to be true to the original Wii release, so it's not going to have Wii Motion Plus. Although at that point, I also have to wonder, will it have infrared? I kind of would love it if they actually made, like, you have to set up a new, like, sensor if you want to play with, like, the Wii controllers.
Wouldn't they just do something like with Mario Galaxy and 3D All-Stars? Because, like, you can use the gyro of the Pro Controller to use the pointer.
Oh, no, I know what you mean. I'm just saying that, like, if they made a Wii, like, NSO, they would therefore make Wii controllers. Since they basically made all the other controllers up until now.
Instructions unclear. You get Wii Remote White Joy-Con 2.
I would actually be okay with that. Ah, yes, I forgot. You came with a tract. Just wait until they do Wii U NSO and they make you buy a new Wii U game. You know, I was actually talking to Bermsai about that the other day, and I'll be real, I would be okay with that. That would be like $100, like more than $100. But you know how crazy that would be to be able to get a brand new Wii U gamepad? I would also, like, I'd be okay with that because that means that they can port Nintendo Land. Can you imagine Nintendo Land on Switch 2? I would love it. And then we can get like ports of Star Fox Zero, and then I can finally put my Wii U to bed and I never have to use it ever again. I would not be okay paying $250 for a gamepad on Switch, even if it directly enables DS NSO. I understand that logic, but I'm like, I'll be real. I'm at that point where if they can put everything on the Switch 2, I don't need to keep my consoles out anymore. For the sake of convenience, I would like it if they just put their entire library on their Switch 2. Money hurt enough. No, I absolutely get that, Sagami. I do. I'm just saying that, like, if I don't have to, like, worry about maintenance of my old systems, I would be happy about that. Because, like, you know, you guys know how, like, the memory chip on your Wii U is potentially dying due to age and time? I unfortunately got stuck with the NAND chip that will mean my Wii U will die sooner than later. So if I can have Wii U games on my Switch 2, I will be able to let go of my Wii U and let it peacefully die in my collection. Because at least at that point, I know I have a controller, like, not a controller. At least I have a way to play the old games on my Switch 2. But that's just me. I totally understand that people can't afford that kind of nonsense, and they are right to think that. Nintendo overcharges a lot of garbage. Give me a moment. I'm going to check what Delcatty learns in Gen 3. Oh yeah, right. This thing evolves by Moonstone. Where do you get a Moonstone in this game, Gaddy? I can't remember.
Criminy.
Maybe I shouldn't raise this thing. It's probably not going to be useful long term.
Meteor Falls, and also held by Wild Lunatone.
Yeah, I'm not going to raise this thing. I'm good. That being said, though, I have no idea how they would be able to do a DS NSO. I would love it if they were able to do it. I just don't know how they would be able to do it. Unless they do the Wii U thing like Sagami was suggesting. But even then, like Theosa said, money is tight. Honestly, can I just shout out to, like, my friends and chat for being such awesome people? Like, we're talking about, like, oh man, we don't want to, like, spend money on, like, giving money to Nintendo. But you know who does want, we want to give our money to? Let's give it to our good favorite streamer, No Limit. And I'm just, like, embarrassed about that. And I'm just, like, thankful and, like, thank you guys. Appreciate all y'all. Love always. You guys are way too sweet. Wait, there is a youngster Joey here. I was joking when I said youngster Joey should be in every generation. DSNSO I feel like would have to be undocked so you can tap the bottom screen. You know what I think they would do? What if they make DSNSO require mouse controls? Would mouse controls work? I mean, you technically can do that with like hell, I can do it literally right now using my mouse on my computer screen right now. That's how I'm able to do it whenever I go to the DS games.
Your what on your what?
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, my mouse third-party peripheral that I have plugged into my Game Boy Advance right now. Thumbs up. The Switch 2 supports mouse controls, don't you know? I mean, it does, yeah. And like, you know, like, I'm just playing an advanced screening of the Gen 3 Pokemon games that are being added to the GBA Online library, right? Right? That's totally coming, right, Gaddy? Yeah, we're gonna get red, blue, yellow, gold, silver, crystal, all on the Game Boy Online. And for Game Boy Advance Online, we're going to get like the entire Gen 3 trilogy. It's like they're going to come out the same time that Pokemon Coliseum and Pokemon XD comes out. Yep.
If you're getting all but pre-Gen 4 mainline Pokemon games on NSO within this year, then I am Mickey Mouse!
Hey, Mr. Mickey Mouse, can you maybe pay your animation workers more and also have them not be, like, worried about their job security? Your silence is very deafening.
This is actually a person inside of a Mickey Mouse costume to preserve the illusion of whimsy.
Splatoon 3, yeah.
Something, visit our theme parks, buy our merch, so subscribe to Disney Plus, bye.
Nameless, just a heads up, Splatoon 3 does not have mouse controls. That was a mod. That was someone's modding of the Switch 2. Sadly disappointing, but what can you do? Who cares if the animators can't eat? Mr. Incredible's bulge needs to be animated. But it's okay. Let's overwork our FX. Let's overwork our FX artists over at Marvel. That's not a problem, right? You know what's wild? Modern CGI is actually worse than CGI you saw back in the early 2000s. Like, especially with stuff like Gollum and like Lord of the Rings, how it still looks amazing even today. Or like Davy Jones in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Like, those effects are still astonishing even to this day. But do you know why everything looks so much worse? time windows. It's all because of time windows. Way back in the day, people used to have respect for the fact that, hey, we need time. We need time and dedication. People used to be passionate about wanting to, like, present their best work. But they also wanted to be able to present their best work while being properly paid and compensated for with their time. But they aren't. They are overworked because they got to meet the freaking deadline in order to release a movie in a specific summer. If you don't release it in that specific summer, then we are missing out on perfectly good money.
Streaming has ruined the expectation of workers in the film industry and also the ability of people to appreciate media within a respectable time frame.
And that's why all CGI looks worse than it did from the early 2000s. There's a lesson for y'all. You mean crunch time is not questionable, but also creates a worse product? Man, I could never have imagined. Gaddy, I just realized I don't have anything that can deal with a rock type.
Cope. Well, what about Astonish? It's neutral against rock. Never mind, you're locked into Uproar.
I forgot Uproar is lock. It's okay, Naruto, calm down. He's done shouting, believe it. Date Bayo. For the record, do not get Gollum from Lord of the Rings and Lord of the Rings Gollum mixed up. Those are graphically two very different things. Do not confuse those two! Also, that did less damage than the Uproar Gaddy. I think I'm better off just doing the Uproar. Oh, no, no,
Are
right.
you?
Same damage.
Are you? That looks just about the same.
Yeah, but that's because I did... That was before the defense curls.
And now it's doing even less.
Yay! Date Bayonetta? By all means. Ah, there we go. Man, I didn't realize Clark became a hiker. Good for him. Are there any water types around here? Not for a long while. And even if I did, I have Nuzlocke rules in the routes that do have water types. We're in the early parts of Hoenn. There's like no water. Oh, sorry, I completely lost track of the conversation. What were we talking about before I got on my rant about crunch time and letting people actually be paid for their work? Oh yeah, right, like NSO. Like, I don't know, maybe we'll get it eventually. We got like Gen 1 and Gen 2 on 3DS. Like, you know, over a decade ago.
Yeah, and the Switch 2 is not even a year old.
I mean, the Switch 2 is basically just continuing Switch 1. Let's be real here.
I mean, the Switch 1 isn't even a decade old either.
You know, I really legitimately thought, once they announced that the Game Boy was happening, I thought, oh man, we're finally going to get the Pokemon games that were trapped on 3DS, right? 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 Like, I'll be real, there's not a whole lot of Game Boy games left for them to, like, bring over. Like, we have the Oracle games on there already, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
We also have Link's Awakening. We got the Mario Land games. I guess we can... Actually, no, wait, Wario Land. I'm dumb. We could probably use the Wario Land games. Oh, right, I forgot that Astonish can flinch. I assume you mean Pokemon Bank, but Pokemon Home rather, but yeah, like, I assume that's what they're trying to do, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know how long it's going to take for them to figure out how to do that because Game Freak is stupid. Game Freak really doesn't know how to program their games well. You still call it Bank? To be fair, Bank makes more sense, personally speaking. The only issue with the Oracle games on NSO is that you have to input passwords instead of using a link cable. It is what it is. What can you do here? Shout out, we were talking about Pokemon Home.
I'm pretty sure Bank is still working though.
Bank is still working, but not, but only for transferring to Pokemon Home stuff. Like Home is what we use for the modern systems.
If Pokemon Bank were shutting down, people would be making a huge stink about it.
Oh, believe me, I would still be freaking out about it even right now. Because I know it's inevitable, considering how they are slowly trying to wean off of all the old systems. Okay, this is taking a while. I'm just going to speed this up. Right, I need to teach cut to someone. Do I have anyone that can use cut? I am not teaching cut to 1010. Who can I teach cut to? I'm racking my brain.
I'm sorry I'm late, but Rocco had to go to the potty. What?
Grassbow came on.
Thanks for 100 bits. Not all grass types, though. Because I'm racking my brain. Shroomish does not learn cut, right? Yeah, Shroomish does not learn cut. I figured as such.
Shroomish doesn't, but Breloom does. Figures.
That's not going to help us. Oh, so what do you mean we? Wait, I can't catch anything here. I just realized the Nuzlocke rules prevent me from actually grabbing anything from here. catch another Nincada. I think I might be able to, like, justify... Actually, yeah, I think I can get away with extra Nincada. Does 100 bits override that rule, though? It does, but there's no grass-type Pokemon that can also allow us to be able to cut. I guess we can go grab a Shroomish really quick, though. Speaking of double... It loves to eat damp composited soil and forests. If you enter a forest after a long rain, you see many Shroomish feasting on compost soil. Alright, what Naruto character do we name this?
I'm sorry I'm late, but Rocco had to go to the potty. What?
Considering what Shroomish becomes, why not name it Rockly?
You know what? That's a pretty good name. I'm okay with that, sure.
Thank you!
You know, that's actually really good timing there. Hey, Liminality, thank you so much for a resub for 23 months. Wait, no, what? That's 6 months! What the? Sorry, guy, you were saying?
Oh.
Liminality, thank you so much for 6 months in advance. 6 months in advance for the 30% off, for real, for real. Thank you so much, dude. I really do appreciate that. Liminality, you're aware that it only works if you're not currently subbed that you get the discount, right? I just want to make sure. Because, like, for people who don't know... Oh, you know? Okay, I assume that you let the sub run out first and then you did it, right? It just run out, yes! Yo! Perfect timing, dude! Let's go! Yeah, that actually worked out perfectly! Thank you so much for the resub for 6 months! You just had to wait for ads before you resubbed. All good, all good. I appreciate that. Wait. That's technically 5 subs and a gift sub. Gaddy, that means I release a Pokemon, right? Well, it's a good thing I'm not using the Skitty. Okay, I'm going to, because of the fact that the Skitty was named by Sagami, I'm not going to release it. I'm just going to put it into the graveyard. Sorry, Sif lady. Here, you can enjoy the box with fleeting. Okay, yeah, I think the only thing that we can get away with here... Yeah, I think the only way that we can get away with this is if we catch a Nincada here really quick. What happened to Mudkip? Nuzlocke rules. I didn't realize Nincada was that hard to come across unless you're actively looking for them. You know, for a game that says, oh, I turned off the animations. Here, let's have your animations still happen even when you're trying to load up on something. Anyway, HM buddy, we shall call you... screw it. Here you go, Chino. Gaddy, remind me, when does Sabra evolve again?
Isn't it like level 18 or something? Hold on.
I think it was level 18, you might be right.
16.
Generosity tea. Expertly brewed too.
Escape rope.
You know what? Sure, I'll do it. Thanks for the 250 bits. I think you're the first person to ever trigger that effect, but sure, I'll do it. You know, even be even more generous. I'll spend at least 1,000 Poke Dollars worth. That's like a fourth of the amount of money I had left anyway. Thank you, Shadow. All right, let's see here. What an eclectic group. Well, at the very least, we have a grass type that can deal with rock type Pokemon, right, Gaddy?
Yeah. Just ignore that it's only level 5.
We'll raise it up. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, if it's level 16, we're almost 14, so we just need basically one more level. Man, I forgot how many more extra double battles they threw into Emeralds compared to the previous ones. I don't think water resists bug, right?
No.
That's good. Yeah, like, I turn off the battle effects and yet they will still show me lowering my stats and raising my stats. Go freaking figure. Slowly but surely, we will learn how to use Conflute Fusion. I could have sworn Uproar was a multi-hit move, wasn't it?
It's not multi-hit, it's more like Thrash.
That's annoying. Oh well, did his job.
It also wakes up other sleeping Pokemon, but when are you going to get into a situation like that that a Chesto Berry can't fix?
Not wrong. You know what? Screw it, we need gain levels for this thing anyway. You know, it's so weird. Like, you would think that the Pokemon anime would feature a lot of double battles too, but they don't feature as many as you think. They have like tag team battles, but they never have like a trainer just full-on command like 2 different Pokemon. I think the only time that the Pokemon anime really does is when they specifically are highlighting double battles. Again, that's another thing that's so weird about, like, Pokemon Company. Like, if the main competitive format is double battles, you would think that they would, like, be like, oh, hey, double battles are so cool. How about you take place in the competitive Pokemon scene, guys? I think the last double battle I saw in the Pokemon anime was when Roy was fighting Rhyme, right?
Sounds right.
I was really hoping that Rock Lee would have gained more levels off that. That's fine. I always forget what peanut berries do. I think they're just for Pokéblock blending? Yo, Voltage Gaming, thank you so much for your raid. How y'all doing? Don't mind us, just currently doing the PokéSubathon at the moment. Oh, you're playing Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Nice. How was that? I think it's supposed to come out tomorrow, isn't it?
It's supposed to be today, actually.
I thought that there was, like, something about how, like, the physical copies aren't available yet.
Well, yes, but the digital storefront says September 25th, so it's out.
But yeah, hope you're enjoying it. Did you buy the DLC? Oh my god, another freaking Wizard. Can I get a new Pokemon while the Nuzlocke rules are in effect? That'd be nice. Came out today, good game, but also tired from classes earlier, so you're gonna rest. No worries. You take care.
Good night.
Rest well. Got Deluxe Edition on Switch so you didn't have the 3-day early access? Ugh. I'll be real, if I were you, I would have gotten it on, like, a more powerful system. Because doesn't that game only run at 30 on Switch, or am I wrong about that? I don't know, like, no judgment. If you can only get it on Switch, by all means, do what you gotta do to play the game. I'm just saying that, like, if I have an option, I try to not get it on Switch if I can help it. Like, I think most these days, the only thing I grab on Switch is just the exclusives. Yeah, on Switch you don't really care about it much? Oh, fair enough. Do whatever makes you happy, I guess. Do you remember Mr. Briny in the anime where he's a badass who somehow developed like a hover boat that can like sail at high speeds?
Yeah.
That was a crazy thing in the anime.
It doesn't top Rock's hover car.
Oh yeah, right. Doesn't he get a hover car in Sun and Moon? Or was that like or was that the Legends Arceus special?
I think it's the Legends Arceus special.
And I think that was I forget if that was like the first time or second time that he started like being horny for Cynthia. Hello, Mr. CEO. I hope you're paying your workers well. Do you ever think about how goofy it is that there are no sitting sprites in this game, so Mr. Devin's just standing on top of his chair like that?
Not really, because they render chairs in such a way that it hides it.
I can see his feet.
I never said all chairs were created equal.
I could have sworn one of these guys give you something. Hey, Hippo. Did you have a chance to try out Red Expanded? No, unfortunately, I've been far too busy with a lot of like preparation work for both the subathon while also preparing for a tournament I'm going to be running in like November.
Please select the PokéNav.
Hello? It's wild in the best way, so if you get a chance to try it, I'll try to find time for it. I just, man, I just feel so busy all the time, unfortunately. I got so much stuff going on behind the scenes. Tournament, you say? Oh, it's nothing special. It's mostly just planning the season finale of the Proton Smash bit, but I guess that's kind of special in its own way. Yeah, join the Smash bit if you guys haven't already. We're a friendly bunch there. Oh wait, is it a time for a Brendan battle? I guess we'll try it, yeah. Wait! Okay, it took me a moment because I had to think about what Pokemon Brendan has. We chose Mudkip, so he only has a Trico. If it was a freaking Torchic, I would have been a lot more worried. Because I don't think I have anything that can deal with a fire type either. You know, I never realized how good soundproof is until you play the early game of Pokemon and you realize how many sound-based moves there are. Every time you think about Smash, I think about how many more amiibo I have left to get for that lineup and Weep. Oh, you still need to get all the lineup? Ugh, yeah, I'm sorry about that. What are you missing? I was thankfully able to grab all of them at release, so I didn't have to worry about that. But I know a lot of people had a hard time getting some of them. Especially the early years where everybody was amiibo collecting. I think the closest I ever got to not getting an amiibo was Little Mac. I was lucky enough to come across a GameStop that happened to have one in stock, like literally day release, because like my friend who was supposed to get it for me wasn't able to get it despite working at a GameStop. So I had to like rush over to a GameStop and try and like find any store that had one. Have you ever noticed that there's a sound effect from you walking on puddles?
Oh yeah.
I never noticed that before.
I love that. That's cute.
Man, can I talk about how freaking gorgeous the sprite animations are for Ruby and Sapphire? It is honestly such a huge step up visually for Pokemon. I love it. The sprite work is so incredible in this game. And the amount of details is so good. The water ripple effect is so pretty. I love it. It's a bit of a list. It's been a passive buying project where you try to find them in store in person. I assume that you got all the old amiibo because I don't think any of the old amiibo got reprinted. Unless it's like Rosalina, I guess. Miracle Seed. I think Rock Lee is the only one that knows any grass moves. I will say, I think I'm going to try to slowly wean myself off of purchasing amiibo, mostly because they're getting a little too expensive for my blood.
I hope so. Air Riders amiibo are the most ambitious amiibo out there, but they're also $50.
I don't think I can afford that kind of nonsense anymore, guys.
That's not worth it for what amiibo are.
They're glorified collectibles at this point, frankly. I love Mr. Briny, he's so silly. You came for the Air Riders amiibo if they were 40, but 50 is a hard no for you. I feel that.
25 maybe. Dad, how did you get this number?
Mr. Briny, why'd you stop the boat for a phone call?
I swear I didn't even have a phone until 5 minutes ago. How did you get this number?
Clearly, Mr. Devon contacted him. Are you gonna get the Rosalina amiibo? It doesn't do anything, but it's a very pretty looking amiibo. Yay! Now we can fish a Magikarp! Yay!
Just don't go to any seed route. Just don't fish on any sea route with Nuzlocke rules on until you get a good rod at least.
Yep. Also, Gyarados freaking sucks until the special physical split. Fabulous festival. Okay, we need something stupid. Shredded? Shredded likes. Shredded romantic. No. Shredded appear, shredded change, no. Shredded dream. Shredded dream.
Well, that's not very funny. That sounds depressing.
That is true. How about... No, wait, hang on. We gotta come up with something. Shredded dream? That's what I would call my waifu? My dreams always end in shreds every time I wake up and realize that Mithra doesn't exist. Wait, hang on a second. I might have something here. Hang on. There has to be a don't in here. Don't? Give up. There we go. Don't give up! Woo! There we go. Oh, you're talking about abs. Okay, fair enough. You enjoy your ab, ladies. Man, word spreads fast around here. I don't remember, do I look for Devin first, or do I just like go for the gym? I think we have to do the gym first because we need to learn Flash. I think that's the case. Alright, I forgot they made this gym a freaking dark gym. What's this have to do with fighting type Pokemon? Do they expect me to like just train without even looking? You still having on to old Smash Rosalina amiibo? That feels like something you would have tried to got on day one. I forgot, does Meta-type start as a Psychic type, or is that a later thing? I think it starts as a Psychic type? So he should be able to get away with just a Leech Life, right? Oh my god. I wonder if I Sand Attack it, it'll keep it from being able to activate Bide. Yo, I didn't realize Bide can actually miss. That's so nice. You know, I'm starting to realize a lot of moves and... Ow. Hey, Gaddy, guess who forgot to turn on Nuzlocke rules, by the way? Okay, listen. I'm just going to trust that Meditite doesn't know any, like... Oh no, this is going to hurt. Oh, he missed. Okay, we're good. I was going to say, I'm just going to assume that Meditite wouldn't know any fighting type moves. I think the only fighting type move they had was like Detect. So what do you think is the best Nurse Joy design? I think they had a Nurse Joy for every generation in terms of artwork. Oh, I forgot there was a double battle in here. All right, that's fine. If I remembered, I think I would have been a better spot here. Oh no. I guess we're just going to have to gang up on... Yeah, I think we're just going to have to gang up on the Machop and hope he dies first. Wait, fighting types are immune to bug types? Is it because they're able... Oh, it's because of the Karate Kid, you bastards! It's because of the Karate Kid, isn't it? Where they are able to catch the friggin' flies in midair. I see how it is. Okay, I'm extremely lucky that he decided to attack 10-10 instead of Naruto, but this is getting a little scary. Oh, he used focus energy. Okay, we just need to knock you out like yesterday, but maybe we can get away with this if we quickly use a potion on 10-10 to keep her alive. You think you can read me? I'm unpredictable. Says the most predictable person alive. Okay, it actually managed to predict me. I'm mad. But that can't be helped. Listen, we're attacking one dude. Of course he's not going to, like... He's going to realize that we're going to focus him down. That's not prediction. That's just being socially aware. You know, considering how low my HP is and considering how we're also in a fighting gym where I am running like a normal type as my highest level Pokemon, maybe I should do a little bit of training. Let me look up Brawly. His name is pronounced Brawly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me look up Brawly's Pokemon. I keep on wanting to call him Broly, but no. His highest level Pokemon is a level 19 Makuhita. Gaddy, I think we might be a little under-leveled.
Probably.
Time to do a little bit of grinding. Maybe I can use this as an opportunity to go pick up Aaron. Aaron's not going to do anything against the fighting gym, but, you know, it's an option. Are you freaking kidding me? What even is causing the supersonic effect from Tentacool anyway? Is he just like firing like psychic lasers into my brain or something like that? And if so, why isn't it a psychic type then? So it explains to me supersonic. I don't think jellyfish normally make noises. Unless you want to count like the little waddling noise that Squidward makes whenever he steps on the ground. Tentacool has 7 Chaos Emeralds. Dang. Can't really argue with that.
Imagine if you could get down to the basement and catch a Sableye.
I mean, we could try to catch a Sableye.
Unless you'd have to make it down to the basement.
Do I want to get a Sableye though? It's like, it's not that great in terms of stats.
Well, I was thinking in short-term use because it's ghost type. And Brawly is a fighting gym.
Okay, to be fair though, Abra's about to evolve.
Yeah.
I don't think we need it. Yeah, Abra's really close to evolving. I don't think we need to worry about that. I think the bigger issue is whether or not I'm going to be like high enough level. Because even if I bring in a special like Abra who's actually able to deal with that. Oh right, it's a Tentacool. Whoops. I still need to be at the proper level to be actually be able to take it down. It's really weird that Whismur can learn Howl. I get that it's a sound-based move. What throws me off is that it's a little, like, cute pink thing howling.
I mean, Whismur are very loud.
You see, Supersonic is a Dragon Ball Z reference used by a blue hedgehog. I never would have guessed, buddy. Gaddy, do you think we'll be able to make it to the Pokemon Center without Rock Lee dying? Because I don't have an antidote. But it's okay because guess who? Remember, they have teleport! I got real worried for a moment there. Dude, I just fought you. As always, I'm fishing with Wild Abandon. Are there other places I can fish than the sea and rivers? I get these powerful urges to fish just about anywhere. Oh gosh darn it, my legs tangled up. Gotta go, find me some new fishing spots. Bro, do you ever have someone who you just met and then you register in your phone and then they just like call you 5 seconds later and you're like, oh, I regret giving you my number. That's me with Maniacal. Anyway. Gaddy, I'll leave it to you. Do you think I should throw up a repel to catch a specific Pokemon? Or do you think I should just, like, go for it?
I don't know how Repel would help, since like, most encounters would be the similar level anyway.
You're right. Alright, let's just see what we get in here then. Don't be a Geodude. Don't be a Geodude. Don't be a Geodude. Huh.
Well, it's not a Geodude.
What do you think?
Nuzlocke rules are on, right?
Currently off.
Okay.
I'm just thinking about... No, Okay, I'm gonna tell you why no. We have Rock Lee. We have our fighting type. We don't need another one. But you know what we do need to catch, though? If I recall correctly, Aaron is obtainable here. As much as like Zubat, I think we're good for now. We already have a bug flying type that's coming soon. Oh, perfect timing! There you go. I'm not sure if you're still here, Lindea, but we found the Aaron that you've been wanting. Let me mark that off on my list. Oh, by the way, Shadow, I'm not so sure if you're still here, but you still have one Pokemon you can have me catch or name if you want. But Rock Lee won't be a fighting type until level 50. Does he actually not learn a fighting move until level 50?
No, you can Mach Punch at 23.
That's not bad. Or is that a Naruto reference and I'm not getting it?
No, that's canon.
What
that's straight from the Cerebi page itself.
No, I'm asking about the level 50 thing.
No. Shroomish evolves at level 23.
Shroomish gets Spore at level 54, so most people don't evolve it until then. You know, I didn't think about that, but that's a very good point. How easy is it to be able to get those, how easy is it to get, like, heart scales? I don't know how much you want to commit to that, though, for this run. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know if Spore is that worth it in this run.
No, Spore is straight up not in Breloom's learned sets.
No, I know.
It's in
Shroomish's
learned set. It's not in Breloom's learned set.
Heart
scales will not work.
Well, no, but I was thinking more so, like, I have it learn Spore, and then it evolves into Breloom, and then I use the heart scales to learn any moves that Breloom missed by leveling up that high. A Pokemon that is clad in steel armor. A suit of armor is made when it evolves. The old discarded armor is salvaged as metal for making iron products. Okay, what Naruto characters uses freaking armor? Do we just call this guy Gara? Do we just go with Gara? I'm gonna go with Gara, unless you guys have a better name.
Ga is with 2 A's.
Oh shoot, you're right. I was like, wait, that didn't look right. To be fair, I don't think waiting for Spore is worth it. Spore is great, but it also isn't until after the Elite Four. Yeah, I feel like it's not worth it at that point, so we might as well just have Shroomish evolve normally. Why am I running into all the Abras? I don't think teleport works inside of tunnels, right? Pretty sure that's the case. I gotta make sure there's one space open for when 1010 finally evolves. Alright, we're going to do a little bit of grinding, and then we'll go try to beat Broly. Broly! I just said I wasn't going to call him Broly! Watch out, his power is maximum. Yeah, I heard you.
Spoon!
Hi, Tick. How you doing, buddy? And there we go. We got confusion. What level is Brawly's Pokemon? 19. I guess we can train for a little bit? Sure. He impaled Deoxys through the stomach gem with it? Oh my god. Okay, you're hitting like a truck. Cool, good to know. And this is why I freaking hate Mud Slap. It's so funny to me that in Pokemon, they actually banned Mud Slap. Because any move that reduces accuracy, no, banned.
Yeah.
But it's just so funny because Mud Slap is an early game move. And it's not even a very strong move. It's just that its effect is guaranteed. It's kind of like Flame Charge. Remember when Flame Charge was broken? Oh, so how does, like, using psychic powers affect your accuracy? Like, you would think getting sand, like, thrown into your eye, like, wouldn't affect your mental abilities, right?
It breaks psychic energy, breaks your brain. Who knows?
Ooh, Leech Seed. Now that's a broken-ass move. All right, let's test it. Yep, doesn't work. You have to go outside of the cave in order to activate teleport. No, I won't let you leave. Now watch as I leave. Hey, you wanna see me drink this guy? You know what I love? I forgot in DBZ Kai Abridged, they had Cell burp up a baby. I don't know why, but that made me laugh a lot. Psychic attacks makes you think of biddies. You're distracted and can't aim correctly. Well, hi. I think I'm good. I don't need you. I did forget that you had Nightshade, though. Oh, right, I also have Effect Spore. I always forget about that. Man, I remember when I was a kid growing up, I was like, man, Venusaur is like the best starter because it learned Leech Seed. And Leech Seed was like the most broken move back then. Because like, I was like, oh man, I'm so smart because the opponent just like lets me steal all their HP and I never die because I regain all my health. I'm so smart. And I never realized later on, if you swap out your Pokemon, they lose the Leech Seed. I was also that kid who was like, oh man, unless it doesn't attack damage or status effect, it's a terrible move. Why would you ever want to use Focus Energy? To be fair, you never want to use Focus Energy in Gen 1 anyway, for very obvious reasons. Unless you don't know about the history about that.
It's Gen 1, nothing works as intended. Focus Energy lowers your crit rate.
There's your explanation. Also, the fact that in-game you might as well use potions instead, that too. Although I'll admit, I never understood the use of potions from an in-game lore standpoint. Are they just letting you run onto the battlefield, spray your Pokemon, and then run back? Also, for the longest time, I was surprised that potions were actually sprays. Like, as a kid, I always thought potions were supposed to be, like, you know, drinks.
Why do they call them potions in the Pokemon world? I know why they're called them from a gameplay perspective, but I wonder what the in-universe reason is.
Maybe the main, like, developer of all the healing items in the world just really, really liked fantasy stuff.
Or maybe it's just a holdover from Legends of Arceus days when potions were made by hand.
I mean, that's entirely possible. There's a lot of words that we use nowadays are holdovers from history.
In Japan, they're called wound medicine.
Okay, so that's just a localization thing.
My explanation sounded cooler.
I mean, to be fair, like, we are also the people who renamed Hyper Balls into Ultra Balls. Which got really confusing because Beast Balls are actually Ultra Balls. Because, get it? Ultra Beasts? So we had to call them Beast Balls instead.
You know, as opposed to the legendary beasts.
To be fair, I think the Legendary Beast was a made-up name until, like, Nintendo... Not Nintendo. Game Freak adopted it. I forget, is Legendary Beast even an official term, or is that still a fan term?
There's only this week I've remembered that Bulbapedia calls the trio of Xerneas, Yveltal, and Zygarde the Aura Trio, and I'm like, in what capacity are they ever called that in official material?
I feel like a lot of fan terms end up being, like, made real anyway. Like, let's remember, Shiny was a fan term as well until it got adopted. And then they got rid of the term starter Pokemon and replaced it with first trainer's first Pokemon. I'm still going to call them starter Pokemon. And I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong, but I think legendary Pokemon wasn't also coined by Game Freak. I think it was coined by... I'm not going to use Tackle. I think it was coined by fans first. Also, Super Potion is just good wound potion? That's really funny. Arcanine is canonically the legendary Pokemon, though. It's... Arcanine being a legendary Pokemon is such a weird thing, though, if you think about it. Because it's like... There's nothing legendary about him, but, like... A lot of, like, material early on made it seem like there was something special about Arcanine. But there really isn't anything crazy about him. Like, I remember, like... in the second episode of the Pokemon anime where, like, Ash was in the Pokemon Center, and for some reason, Arcanine was depicted alongside other legendary Pokemon, like the legendary birds and Ho-Oh, and I'm like, how does that make any sense?
I think it's just supposed to be like a nod to Chinese culture because Arcanine are implied to be based off of stone guardian lion dogs.
Which ended up being canon as of Legends Arceus because of the Hisuian forms. It's a good thing Nuzlocke rules are not on. Don't tempt fate? Oh, baby. Hey, I know you're dead, but do you mind if you teleport me back so I can heal you? Thank you. Arcanine is the goodest boy of legend? That's funny. That doesn't sound like Koraidon. Koraidon is the sandwich boy of legend. Touché. Ooh, learn Disable. Oh, right, you're a dark type.
Disable? Able to what?
You see, Disable is Kadabra demonstrating its ability to be ableist.
Is that why it's carrying around spoons? Is it mocking everyone's lack of imposable thumbs?
Yes. Okay, I might be gaining a little too much experience now. Mostly because I think there's a few trainers left inside before I fight Brawly. Speaking of Koraidon, it's really funny you that its past and future forms are both insanely powerful, legendary to your Pokemon, while its current state's kind of mediocre. I mean, it used to be really good, like, early on, but then more Pokemon came in and they're like, oh, wait. See, I feel bad for Miraidon because a lot of people thought Miraidon was going to be really popular. But no, Koraidon ended up being the actual one that... Actually, I might be wrong. I think I'm misremembering which of the two actually were good. I think Miraidon was the least useful of the two, though, in terms of competitive Pokemon.
I mean, one thing's for certain: Violet is the version that performs the worst.
It's because of, if I recall correctly, Miraidon's trails make it, like, run worse compared to Koraidon.
You know, something about it, it can't dispose of the particle effects properly from the memory.
At least it runs better on Switch too, shrug?
So does Pokemon Scarlet.
Yep.
Fury Swipes.
I mean, I don't need Harden.
But it's Fury Swipes.
I'm never gonna use Harden. I might at least use Fury Swipes if I run out of moves I can do. No, Nameless. We're talking about competitive Pokemon, not smoke, not singles. So I meant like doubles. Koraidon's a bit better. Yeah, Mariah banned anything goes. I'm not surprised. There's a lot of Pokemon that work better in singles, and some Pokemon work better in doubles. Like, I know how Amoonguss is apparently really good in doubles, but it's not great in, like, in singles, for example. I can't believe he got off Detect twice. He got off Detect 3 times?! Are you kidding me? I was about to say, there ain't no way you get Detect off 4 times in a row. Alright, do I trust Sarutobi to be able to handle this? I almost called him Sarabi, he's not a lion.
I ain't no Saja boy.
But you're my little soda pop. Can we agree that his redesign in, like, Oras is really good?
It's much more surfer, dude.
By the way, if you guys haven't watched it already, go watch K-Pop Demon Hunters. I've kind of been hyper-fixating on that for, like, months now. You don't have Netflix? You know, I can help with that. Not for Netflix, but with showing it. I could do a movie night about it. Kadabra, please, they're just children. Unevolved children.
Fuck them kids. Oh, let me just turn the lights on.
Can I have my badge? Sorry, seeing Knuckle Badge kind of gave me a horrific flashback. I still won't forget about what happened in the White 2 timeline, Gaddy. Alright, getting a little late. Being Brawly seems like a good stopping point for now. All right. We'll call it here. Let me do a quick save. Double save because I don't trust myself. All right, everyone, thank y'all for coming out tonight. Hope you all enjoyed the stream. Singles takes away rage power viability from Among Us, basically. Gaddy, thanks for hanging.
Yeah.
All right. I think at this point we can pretty much confirm we are not finishing a playthrough, considering the last stream is going to be on the... Yeah, it's going to be on the end of Tuesday next week. We're still going to be doing a stream tomorrow, I think. But yeah, aside from that though, thanks for coming out tonight, everyone. Hope you all enjoyed the stream. If there's any changes to the schedule, y'all can follow me on Twitter, Blue Sky, or YouTube, where I post stream updates and Joe shenanigans. Alternatively, y'all can hit up the Discord server, where we talk about anything and everything. We're a very friendly bunch in there, and we're always welcome to any new faces. We also do movie nights in there every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're currently doing a mini Star Wars marathon right now, and we're going to be watching Rogue One on Monday. If you guys want to check that out, consider hitting up the Discord server where we host it. All right, raid messages, throw them at me. I'm gonna find a raid target. Rocky date night, loot the body before release, hide date steak. I kind of like Rocky date night. Gaddy, I don't know who to raid. Give me a suggestion.
There's a few losers streaming right now.
That is true. When's the last time I raided green?
I can't remember.
I can't remember either. I don't think it's recent. I raided meds recently, I know that. Okay, let me ask this. Would you guys rather see meds play Helldivers with a bunch of people, or do you want to see green suffer through Balan Wonderworld? I'm kind of leaning towards... green. I haven't raided her in a while. Like I said, she's currently going through Balan Wonderworld. Y'all have fun with that. As for the raid message, like I said, we will be raiding with... Rocky Date Night. Alright, like I said, that'll be it for now. Until next time, I'll catch y'all tomorrow or sometime soon. Hopefully I'll stream tomorrow. Until next time, everyone, y'all stay safe, take care of yourselves, and remember, love always. Good night, everybody.